not supposed to do that, but sort of like Bringing Down the House or the movie 21. It's like, okay, like you can try to like get better at it. And then you need to know when you have a hot hand. You need to know when the deck is in the right place. You need to know your statistics, but you're not going to bet on it. You're not going to bet heavy on every hand. You'll run out of bankroll. So in the startup investing, it's just an existential imperative, right? You have to say no to the most things. So you have to have rules. And what are those rules grounded in? They're grounded in certain principles. And then what are those grounded in? They're grounded in certain beliefs. And I'll give you an example of a belief. And the one belief would be there are plenty of opportunities. You can wait for a fat pitch along the lines of Warren Buffett. But if you've been taught and conditioned yourself to have this fear of missing out, the game is lost. It's lost at the belief level before you ever get to the principles, before you get to the strategy, before you get to the tactics. So a lot of it is solved with fear setting.
How do you pick your investments? I mean, you were early on, what, Facebook, Shopify, a whole bunch of companies.
Yeah, Facebook, Twitter, Shopify, Duolingo, Clear, the biometric security company, and all the airports, Alibaba, like a whole bunch.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So how am I early?
Were you seeking them out, or they saw you?
Both. So there are a few things that I think are maybe copy and pasteable, and then some things that are probably not as copy and pasteable. The things that I think are copy and pasteable, and there's a book coming out soon by a legendary venture capitalist named Bill Gurley called Running Down a Dream, I believe is the title of the book, which really makes this point well. But going to the epicenter of the action matters. It really matters in real life. So me packing up after college with my piece of shit hand-me-down Plymouth Voyager minivan, like it's so beaten up, like hundreds of thousands of miles. Like the back seats got stolen out of a parking lot when I first got to the Bay Area. I mean, you know, my got ruthlessly made fun of by my coworkers, but it's like I picked up and I was like, I am going west to Silicon Valley to make my riches. And that didn't happen quickly, but what it did do is it put me in the very center of the pinball machine where I could bump into things. And I could bump into things by volunteering. Like you don't have any network, get creative. What do you have? You have time. Okay. You've got endurance, right? You're young in that case, right? What are your advantages? You always have advantages. All right. Well, like design something around your advantages. So in my case, I volunteered for a number of startup nonprofits like the Silicon Valley Association of Startup Entrepreneurs, the Indus Entrepreneur, which Sriram would know, past guest, really nice, brilliant guy. The Indus Entrepreneur almost wholly focused on the Indian diaspora and entrepreneurship around that, right? And like the numbers of amazing entrepreneurs who come out of India who have chosen to come to the U.S. just unbelievable, right? I'm not Indian, as you might have guessed, but I would go there and I'd be like, hey, I'll do anything. I'll fill water. I'll punch tickets. I'll rearrange chairs. I just want to be in the room with these speakers, right? And as a volunteer, if you do more than someone asks you to do, you're going to get noticed by the people running the event. You don't have to do very much, but I would just do a lot more than they asked me to do. And eventually they're like, hey, do you want to help organize one of these events? Like, we're not getting paid. We have a day job. Like, do you want to help? I'm like, I would love to. But really what I like to do is at least organize the speakers. They're like, sure.